What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Check it out. Without a doubt, we are back at Unique's channel, man. Shout out to Unique and his daughter. His daughter was on the channel the last time they was talking to Dean and everything. So let's see what he got to say. Big Meech pulls up and goes off on Rick Ross. Not Mitch. You just took a picture with the dude. See, oh my goodness, man. I wonder when Rick Ross was a correction officer, did he see Meech in jail? Because when he got out and turned rapper, you know, it's like, I don't want to be a correctional officer anymore. I'm going to be a gangster rapper now, man. I can do this. I've been studying. He been studying. So yeah, all I gotta do is get a bunch of jury. So he had his job right, saved up the money to get the jury, probably bought a camera and started, you know, rapping, bought some studio time. They call him Big Meech. Larry Hoover, put in work. Hallelujah. Yeah. So I wonder, did he actually see Meech in jail while he was a correctional officer? That's an interesting question. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. But I know one thing, my man Unique, yeah, I did some research on you, bro, and you the real deal. He the real deal. Pats and Pan, he's my man, real deal, Jack and Jill. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's check this bad boy.
Breaking news. Big Meech goes off on Rick Ross for sliding with 50 Cent against him. All right, sit back, listen to this. I'm going to break it all down. We're going to catch you up to date on what's going on with the Big Meech thing from a street perspective. Let's keep it moving. Subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Mecha Audio, Unique Mecha Audio Prison Story, and Mecha Audio TV. Hit the like button, all that crap. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about this Big Meech situation, right? It's crazy how Big Meech thought he was making a crazy power move by linking up with Rick Ross, but now he's finding out the hard way that loyalty in the industry is nothing but a myth. I don't know why or how Meech forgot that loyalty exists on the street, but he's just coming back, so we're going to give him a chance to adjust. It took me a minute to adjust. So, you know, all this is trial and error, you know? Now, when Big Meech came home, he basically turned his back on 50 Cent and started hanging out with his arch enemy, Rick Ross, after all 50 did for Meech. Now we all know that Meech is fresh out of prison with nothing but betrayal waiting for him. Everybody's waiting to betray him, right? The way I see this, right, to break this down, the way I see this is like 50 Cent got him out here, and 50 Cent wanted to put him in his place because right now, Meech is a threat to 50 Cent. Let's keep it 100. We're going to talk for real now. Meech is a threat to 50 Cent. Lou Sims is a threat to 50 Cent. Kevin Childs is a threat to 50 Cent. C-Dog and Kaz out in California, Booby Boys is a threat to 50 Cent, because if any one of us get in there, we'll be able to do the same thing that he's doing, and the same way he flipped on Diddy, because Diddy became a billionaire first and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Now that's where he's at, you know? But he's just competitive. That's all that is. There's nothing wrong with that. He's competitive. He fighting to keep that throne. You know what I mean? So just look at his picture on the screen. He's like, he's ready to go. Let it be known that, you know, that's the real gatekeeper. But it's not in a negative way. It's just an aggressive way. Get by me. You know what it is. You know what I mean? It's nothing being hidden. If you could tolerate, you know what I mean, my scrutiny, you know, then you're welcome to come in. But the crazy thing is, he let Meech and his son in, and his family in, and his brand in, and he took it to the next level. And then he get this type of betrayal. I could only imagine the fury that's going on in him, times 1,000. I know that hurt a man like 50 Cent. But after all he put in, so it's like, 50 no, Meech is going to get back on. Regardless, Meech is going to get back on. 90% of the people don't have a problem with who told or what told or whatever. So they still going to go to the flop, to the movie theaters and whatever other project he do, it's going to work. And regardless how his situation turn out, if he's Cypher, truth, or if he's straight, you know what I mean? Either way, he's going to be all right, because that's how this society is now. And that makes him a threat to 50 Cent, to Jay-Z, to everybody else, because now you got a new power player. 50 put him in power where he could have went right to the top and would have been up there with 50 Cent tomorrow. If this wouldn't have started, it would have felt like one day Meech got to the top, and now he's a powerhouse with his own record label and, would have had everything that he dreamed of. And you don't think 50 thought about that? And then when Meech decided to cross sides and go hang out with his arch enemy, 50's like, I'm going to blow you up for you to go over there. I didn't even blow on you yet. No, he's Cypher, Monkey Cypher. But, and you already over there. Cypher. So you showing your disloyalty. So why would I help you or your family? That's why he got rid of your son as well.
Damn.
Because now 50 don't want nothing with your bloodline to eat. Right now, he's going for your bloodline's jugular. In a business chess move. He's trying to take down your brand. He's going at your empire. This is the way 50 went at 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦. You know what I mean? When he brought 𝗟𝗓𝗡 down. And you saw where 𝗟𝗓𝗡 wound up when he went up against 50. So I don't know who possessed you, Meech, to put the picture of the rat on 50's face when 50 was going off. Regardless if it's true or not, you should just fell back and let the man vent, especially if you knew that what you did was wrong. It was no reason for you to respond with a wrong with what you think is a right, because it ain't nothing but a slight. And that put fuel to the fire, where now he's saying, oh, this want to call me up. Oh, I'm going to air him out. Tammy, come here. You know what I mean? Remember what you told me? All right, give me those documents. All right, remember those phone calls? All right, so give me that. And don't worry about it. I'm going to do a documentary on YouTube. Remember, Tammy went there trying to sell Meech's documentary. And now Tammy's documentary is just as hot, if not more hotter, than Meech's documentary coming out. Because be honest, who want to see Tammy's documentary first, or you want to see Meech's story first? Put it in the comments. You want to see Tammy's documentary exposing this third-party thing, how it went down, and them playing it all out. You know how 50 gonna dig deep, talk to the prosecutors and the judges and the rats in the jail and everything else. You want to see that, or you want to see the big Meech story continue? Put it in the comments. Let's do that as a survey. So that's where we at, right? So now, at first, Rick Ross was showing Meech all kinds of love, even promised to put him back on his feet, and 50 gets wind of this, and he just goes crazy. So, in other words, Meech come out, 50 could have got Meech a bag, and just gave him a bag and a watch, as Yayo said. You know what I mean? He just coming out of jail, 50. He ain't got a pot to piss in. You looked out for his son got more than him, so he's already coming in looking up to his son, even though that's still his son. Because now his son is in a position, but his son loves him, and you could tell that because his son said, man, this is what we trying to do. Like me and my dad put it together. He's just trying to go over here and get this little quick meal and this bag from Rick, you know what I mean, to pay the bills until we make our next move fit. And that's when 50 like, what next move? You know who Rick Ross is to me? And then Lil Meech is like, man, Rick Ross is my possible father-in-law. I took his daughter to the prom twice. You know what I mean? And 50's like, oh, I knew that, my dude. I knew everything from I brought you in. I just wanted to see how y'all was going to play out. And now I get a chance to expose your father, put all kinds of light on BMF, and now I control your legacy for the way it ends with this final season that's getting ready to come up, where I could write everything in there that's great in your father, making him look like a cold piece of trash in a rat bastard if I choose. I hold the power to the BMF brand right now, Lord Trigger. And your father want to play games and go over there with my arch enemy? As a matter of fact, you fired. I'm gonna get somebody. I'm gonna get your father's enemy son. I'm gonna get Blue Da Vinci's son to play you. You know what I mean? To play Meech. I'm gonna get Cuffy's son to play me. I mean, he can't say any crazy thing, cause he got the power. So let's not go there, man. We got to keep this thing moving, you know. So now allegedly, Rick Ross decided that he wiped his hands with Meech. Rick Ross threw the little battery in his ear. You know what I mean? He threw the little battery in his ear. Got him over there, riled up 50 Cent in his cage, and then threw Meech back out to the wolves. Said, go fend for yourself. But Meech, you're just coming home. You're going to bounce back. You're going to bounce. Trust me, you're going to bounce. This is what they do when we just come home. They try and belittle us, you know what I mean, to make themselves look up there. But at the end, we always land standing because we bona fide hustlers. I'm talking about our generation when I'm speaking, you know?
Okay.
So, you know, that's where it's at, man. Some say 50 Cent, you know, put Meech back against the wall. Yeah, he did put his back against the wall. 50 said, I'm going to get him out of jail. I'm going to take care of him. I'm not going to give him nothing. I'm going to see how loyal he is to me with nothing. So 50 didn't give him the bag, because if he would have gave him the bag, it would have been fake love like buying him, you know? So 50 didn't give him nothing. 50 gave his son everything, gave him everything, gave him house, made sure he's straight. Meech is good. Your brand is good. I did what I was supposed to do. Now fall back and let me figure this out. That's what 50, saying to Meech in his mind. Let me figure this out. And as he's figuring it out, he looks up and he see him up there with his arch enemy, because Meech's pockets, you know what I mean, is on flat. You know, he on his knuckles. So Rick Ross blows in his ear and tell him, yo, come over here. I got a bag for you. This is what we gonna do. So, of course, he goes over there and he takes a picture talking about, yeah, sexy red. And 50 get a whiff of it. And he said, you treacherous thief. And
but did Meech know? I mean, I'm just gonna play the devil advocate and just say Meech in jail ain't paying attention to what's going on in the streets, right? Maybe Meech didn't know that 50 Cent and Rick Ross was beefing. Maybe he thought it was a joke. You know, I gotta show Rick Ross some love too, because he put my name on the song. I gotta show him love. That just because y'all beefing, I don't need to come and ask 50 Cent for permission to go say what's up to one of my boys. I'm just saying what's up to him. I know y'all beefing, but you know, nah, Rick, I just came to say what's up to you, man. Nah, I ain't trying to take no picture with you. Rick Ross knew what was gonna happen. He knew that if I put this picture up there, yeah, 50 Cent gonna get this, yeah, and this gonna get under his skin. And 50 was like, nigga, I ain't playing this under the skin moves. What I'm going to do is just cancel the whole thing. I'm not on get under people's skin. I'm on get back mode. Yeah, I'm gonna get you back. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on for a second. Pause. Resume. All right, I'm back, y'all. Let's keep going. Here we go.
And he just talking about, yeah, sexy red. And 50 get a whiff of it. And he said, you treacherous thief. And he just went at him. And that's what you're seeing. And you know, when you get on 50 bad side, he ride it all the way out. That's a pit bull. Look at him. 50 not playing no games. He a pit bull. He taking it just like it is for what it is. You know, so that's what it is. So now Meech is standing all alone, betrayed by the very man he thought had his back, right? And realized, you know, the streets move a whole lot differently than it did when he was out there. Because he thought Rick Ross had his back. Rick Ross tried to use him for the car show on the little joint. It got too complicated. He backed off. Now you got Floyd Mayweather came in. So now why would Rick Ross flip, you know, on Big Meech like that, right? Could it be that 50 Cent really is pulling the strings behind the scenes? Could that be the reason? You know what they say, right? What comes around goes around. And right now, it seems that Big Meech is finding that out the hard way. You know, that what goes around comes around. After spending years behind bars, Meech thought he was about to make his big comeback. But instead, he got struck behind the head, right? Like a rock at a hard place, right? And there's nobody left on the corner for him. My thing is though, right? my thing to Meech, this is just common sense. Meech, this is a question to you, Meech, because I hope you're watching me, because it's not to disrespect you. This is just to help guide you. I'm going to give you a tutorial on bouncing back in this social media society, being that I had 4 or 5 years now, Meech, to figure it out coming out of your situation, right? Now, this whole situation is like you just come home and you have to come clean on who you are and what you did. That's a must. So if you wasn't involved with that third party, say it, stand on it. If you was involved in it, say it, stand on it, take the ridicule and move forward. Because either way, by denying it, they're gonna say that you're wearing it. You understand what I'm saying? So if you didn't stand on it and stand on it a little bit more aggressively, you know what I mean, then what they instructed you to do. You know, show your real emotion, how you feel when somebody call you a rat. You don't sit down there nice and calm and say, I'm doing this for the family. Ain't no PR work in our field, brother. You a gangster now. Yet forever etched as a gangster. They call you ex-gangster, whatever they want to call you, still a gangster now. So everything you do is being written in your legacy as you move forward. And these people is trying to throw you off your square to bring you down to say, see, no man is that great. And they did that from the beginning of time. You know, so that's where we at. So the same man, right, that turned his back on 50 when he's thriving with the BMF brand, and Rick Ross is now allegedly washing his hands with him. I can't believe it. Rick Ross done said, man, I'm done with you, you know? But here's the thing. Even though Rick Ross might have played the snake by whispering in Meech's ear, trying to drive a wedge between him and 50, he might have accidentally done 50 Cent the biggest favor ever, because let's be real, if Meech could betray 50 that easily after everything he's done to keep his name alive with the BMF show, then maybe it was, you know, he was a bad seed waiting to expose himself at any time. So he might have did him a favor, but everything will be revealed. But my thing though, right, Meech didn't look like he's, see, Meech is not from the street. His father raised him right. He gets a round of applause for that. He gets a round of applause for that. He raised him right. He raised him right. You know what I mean? We can't do it all the way right, but we do it the best we could, right? But I say that because he kept him in the frame of mind where he was at, and he was willing to get to working. And he got with Rick Ross's daughter and took her to 2 proms I heard about, right? So he's family with Rick Ross. Didn't 50 Cent know that before he picked up BMF? I mean, BMF's founder's son take Rick Ross, the big gangster rapper's daughter, to the prom 2 years straight, and that's not hip-hop public news? Was this already known, but yet this deal moved forward? Was this whole thing just a ploy to get Meech out to cut him down because he saw Meech as his potential threat? Could that have been it? You see where I'm taking you with this? 50 sees Meech as a threat, so the whole plan was, when he get out here, I'm going to humiliate him. I'm going to leave him with nothing in his pocket. I'm going to see how he act with nothing. And as soon as he jump out of line, that'll be my reason to cut his nuts. So he leave Meech back against the wall. Meech reach out with his eyes closed, and he touched the first person that say they got a bag, and that's Rick Ross. Bang, Rick. Rick said, come on over here. I got you. You know? So Meech thinking my pocket's flat. 50 ain't really gonna trip. That thing that he going through with Rick, he could have been got at him if he'd have won. He could have paid a dude that got at Rick if he won, and vice versa. So it ain't that serious. So he went on over there with Ricky Rose. So now when he goes over there, Ricky Rose, he sees what's going on, and he's looking up. He's like, whoa. You know what I mean? And 50 goes ballistic on him. You know what I mean? And 50 goes ballistic on him. His son even go, I apologize. He said, man, I ain't trying to hear no apology, you snake mother. Now, the word, right? Now, the word on the street is that Meech is scrambling, looking for someone to blame for where his legacy concert flopped and why no one's rushing to help him back on his feet. And who better to point the finger at, than who gassed him up in the first place, Ricky Rose. So now it's being said that Meech is going at Ricky Rose saying, you use me. You know what I mean? Oh my God, man, he used him. But anyway, yo, dude, you come home and you get with 50 Cent. Everybody want to get with 50 Cent, man. You got to give 50 his props. 50 get a round of applause. 50 get his round of applause. 50 get a round of applause. Yo, everybody named Mama want to get with 50 Cent. Everybody watching this out there, they want to keep it 100. They'll tell you they love to have 50 Cent do their story. You know what I mean? Period. And you come home and you with 50 Cent, and your son is with him, and your son went to acting school with him, and they have that special bond that what you can't negotiate with 50, you can tell your son, y'all, go talk to your Uncle Fit and tell him to do it, Tell 50 to do it, man. Let Fi do that for me. You know what I mean? And you threw it all away for a one-time bag, whether it was 100,000 or a million in that one-time bag. That made no sense. Somebody tell me how this makes sense to you. You can't get no crazier than that. Now, if you really break it down, Meech was just a pawn in Rick Ross's game. He never wanted to help Meech. If he wanted to help Meech, because all he wanted to do was humiliate 50. If he wanted to help Meech, he would have put his son on a song years ago when he was taking his daughter to those 2 proms and dating his daughter down there in Florida. Stop it. So you had no intentions. That's why I don't understand. You knew, Meech, that your son was dating Rick Ross's daughter, and Rick Ross didn't do nothing for your son. And you come home and 50 all the way from up north don't even know you. He'd look out for you and your son and bypass other good men in his town to reach out to you, and you don't feel honored for that? You don't feel obligated for that? You don't feel loyalty to that? And yes, I said obligation. Because I would feel obliged to be there for a man that hold me down in that strength and magnitude to the fullest extent of whatever is whatever. Just let me know when to dust them off, 5. That's all I tell them. And that's it. All this other stuff is crazy. He was quoted as saying, look, I do what I do. He was quoted saying, I do what I do. I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by the lackluster small budget series. This is Rick Ross. Now it's time to do the big budget film. In other words, you was with the crackhead airline, and now I'm taking you to the Rick Ross airline. That's what he's saying. You know what I mean? So now, but the second thing get messy. Now Ross wanna pull out and leave Meech out to dry and say, nah, you deal with 50. I already did enough. I just wanted to rattle them up. I ain't spending no more money. I done gave you a watch and a bag, man, and you ain't even get to pull a concert off. So you ain't got no real pull. That's what Ricky Rose must be saying, right? Now Meech is out there trying to play the victim, but the truth is that he played himself. And if there's one thing that the streets don't forgive, right? It's a man who switches sides. The second someone wavers a little money in front of them and then they run to the bag, you already know we don't trust those type. You know what I mean? Now, right? But how deep does this betrayal go? And is 50 Cent really sitting back watching all this with a grin on his face, knowing he got rid of the alleged snake without even lifting a finger? Somebody put in the comments. According to the streets, they're all saying 50 might have pulled some strings to get the Meech's Welcome Home concert dismissed. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all think 50 had something to do with that day? So now, let's keep it real, right? Would 50 even need to get his hands dirty when Meech was already setting himself up for failure with the snitching rumors, with the alleged snitching rumors, which were already out there? Somebody answer that, right? 50 definitely knows how to do it, right? Sit back and let his enemies destroy themselves. 50 was out there sitting back, watching it all unfold, telling everybody it would never happen, meaning the concert. Now that he's been proven right, he's doing what he does best, being the pettiest villain in the game. You know, 50 got this thing on lock. Man, I love to wake up and see what 50 talking about. And Snoop Dogg too, because Snoop Dogg be putting the funny joints, you know. And Funkmaster Flex used to put him up too. I haven't seen him in a minute. Now, he then posts the canceled flyer, right? 50 posted a canceled flyer like it was a Grammy trophy with a caption so slick it might as well as came with a cigar and a gold chain. The caption read, right? This is what the caption said. I had nothing to do with this. Please stop calling my phone. I sincerely hope you have a nice day today. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm stronger than you think I am. Now, if you believe that I got the bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. That's what 50 is saying, right? Now we all know that 50 doesn't deny anything that he does. He just makes sure you know he's always 2 steps ahead of you. 50's always calculating and fighting, man. Yo, Meech, slow down, man. Slow down, man. Don't let them push you out there into something that you ain't trying to deal with. You know what I mean? But the final nail in the coffin is when a fan straight up accused him of shutting the whole event down. 50's rep posted and said, I apologize for your trip to Miami, but been playing with me. So, you know, let's build when y'all get back in the city. At this point, 50 is out there playing chess while everyone else is sitting there trying to figure out how to roll the dice. Now, how do you roll dice on a chessboard? And while Big Meech is out there scrambling to find someone to blame, the truth is he played himself. Rick Ross set him up and 50 watched his hands. And now Meech is out here all alone with no legacy concert, no friends, and no one to clean up this mess. But it will get cleaned up. Somebody's gonna step in that ain't got nothing to do with all this, that ain't scared of 50 and ain't scared of Rick, ain't scared of what nobody think. Like, it's always be one of those. The white guys will come in and pick it up, and then you're really gonna see a beef when Meech get the bag and his senses come back and he get used to what's going on out here in the world. Right now, he's just confused as he should be, because I was confused when I came out. You know, honestly, at the end of the day, Big Meech is left empty-handed. 50, he's done no more support, no more loyalty, and definitely no more backing for Meech's family. And let's not forget the main breadwinner of the family, Little Meech, who has just lost his job. So did 50 fire Little Meech from playing his father in the series? Gonna move the series further now that the father is home without the son playing the father, because the son betrayed 50 and ran over to his ops, Rick Ross, and then now he had to fire his son. Somebody put it in content. See, I just rambled that off just to keep you posted, to keep you where we left off. That's how we do it over here at the Mecca. All right. So now, Little Meech tried to pull the loyalty card on 50 Cent to keep the to keep the concert alive, but that strategy did not work, right? So now, season 4 of BMF has been canceled. Did they really cancel season 4? Somebody put in the comments, man. I know they didn't do that. And it's not hard to see why 50 Cent recently posted Little Meech's private text message, and they have become center of attention. In the messages, Little Meech claims he would give 50 the shirt off his back while simultaneously defending his father's connection to Rick Ross. The most shocking part of the message is that Little Meech admits Rick Ross gave Big Meech money to cover his bills until the next season on the BMF. That's not no shocking part. Common sense, he went over there to get the bag. 50 didn't give him nothing coming home because 50 wanted to make sure he knew who was in charge. So 50 left him sitting on the bench. And like, when I'm ready, I'll take you off the bench, and I'm going to see if you're going to be a loyal player when I take you off the bench. So if Meech would have sat his ass still and played by the rules and just patiently waited, being that 50 already produced by everything he done for his son and the brand. So all Meech had to do was sit on the bench and not let your pride and ego get in the way. But your pride and ego started rushing you to want to be the big Meech that you was telling yourself that you are when you was in the prison. But now that you come out in the world, they got something bigger than you, me, 50 Cent, and everybody. And it's called the internet. It's called social media. It's bigger than us, my dude. And that's what's happening right now. You came firsthand because you're so large, you came home to a large part of the internet. And now you forever got to fight this unless you come clean and say, no, I didn't, and show the paperwork that you didn't do no third party, or you say, yes, I did do a third party, and this is why I did it. Talk to the youth. You know what I mean? So you know what happened, so it's on you. But that's where we at, so you understand. So the most shocking part, like I said, is that Little Meech attracted Rick Ross and gave him money to cover his thing. Now, Little Meech text continued. They just told me you unfollowed me on Instagram, and now you managing 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦 with Rocket. When I brought him to you, you didn't know who he was at first. When you didn't have a clue who he was, now you mad at me when I would take my shirt off my back. See, that's a kid talking, you know, what he knows is loyalty from the suburbs. And it was a good try, Lil Meech, but 50 ain't trying to hear that right now. Right now, your daddy done crossed them. So all y'all had to do was just fall back, man. Just fall back. That was it. You know, if you'd have fell back, you know what I mean? But you jumped in the water to fight a shark, and when you wasn't ready, you're not financially ready, you're not social media heavy. That man got millions of people following him, dog. You know what I mean? When he get a 500,000 likes, you know, you think that's a lot compared to all that he get. That's one of his like posts. You know what I mean? Now they just told you that you unfollowed me. You act like or then he said you act like you my enemy. I only showed you love and loyalty. I go through my own shit, but never switch up on you. F Ross, but he gave my dad some bread and they, you know, so he could afford to pay his bills until the next season. That's when 50 responded, what next season, Little Trigger? Oh, so Big Meech not only alleging, aligning himself with 50 Cent's biggest enemy, but now he's financially dependent on Rick Ross. So doesn't that seem like Rick Ross appears to be manipulating the situation behind the scenes by providing financial support while driving a wedge between Big Meech and 50 Cent? Somebody explain that to me, right? So then the Game enters this, right? You know, the West Coast rap. I love the Game, you know, because Game went at 52. I like when the men go with each other and they keep it gangster and they don't get violent with it, right? The way they show their talents and their skill. But Game held his own for a minute, you know what I mean? And 50 did too. But Rick Ross, I think Rick Ross got in 50 ass because Rick Ross was a funny mob. Maybe because I know the country boys and I know I like the country humor, but Rick Ross is funny. All right. The Game throws his 2 cents in and also commented on the situation. He criticized Little Meech for not standing firmly with his father, suggesting that Little Meech should have shown unwavering loyalty to the BMF legacy. I agree with that 100%. The Game states, I just seen a text Little Meech to 50 Cent that got me dying. Hey, Little Meech, you was supposed to be like, F you, this BMF, and I'm standing with my pops. Now me and Fifth got our own issues, but that is on pause while I post this. Then Fifth said, what's your little egg gun do? I damn near spit my water out. What happened to gangster man Big Meech? You can't let 50, you know, do you like that. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's sitting back waiting to see how Meech is gonna handle this situation. 50 seems to be watching his enemy self-destruct without lifting a finger. The situation is no longer just about snitching rumors. Big Meech is appearing more like a pawn in his own legacy, while Rick Ross pulls the strings and 50 Cent observes from the sidelines. The BMF legacy is unraveling, and 50 Cent is letting the circumstances take their natural courses. Now, it's trying to bring the destruction to the BMF brand. Little Meech, the one person expected to uphold the BMF legacy, is now turning against the very person who gave him a career, a platinum and a lifetime while his father was in prison. Instead of standing firm, he just now found himself caught in the middle of a situation that could have been avoided. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is not holding back. He's not taking direct shot to Big Meech's parenting. He's now taking a direct shot to Big Meech's parenting, calling him out for how he handled Little Meech's future. Recently, a social media post resurfaced old footage of Little Meech with Rick Ross's daughter going to both the proms. Together, this situation goes back years, and 50 Cent wasted no time adding his thoughts. He openly questioned why Rick Ross, who is now suddenly aligning himself with Big Meech, never stepped in to help Little Meech when it actually mattered, when he was in jail. Like, why now that I get him home, I get their brand back, and now you want to come help them? 50 pointed out, you know, that Rick Ross and the people surrounding the Big Meech did nothing for Little Meech's future, while he was the one who paid for him to attend acting school and establish himself in the industry. He directly called out Meech's priorities, saying that instead of ensuring his son's success, he came home acting like the Black Pablo Escobar and unfortunately ruined things for him, right? This situation has gone beyond just a rap feud. It's turned into a complete betrayal. Big Meech, who once had 50 Cent backing, made a choice that pushed him further into isolation. Now the damage has been done, and 50 is making it clear that he is not the one to forget this feud with Rick Ross. Adds another layer to the chaos. These beef stretch back from 2008, fueled by diss tracks, legal battles, and infamous lawsuit that cost 50 Cent a cool $7 million. So 50 Cent got 7 million reasons to be pissed at Rick Ross right now, right? That he took another shot last year calling 50 broke. But if history has proven anything, it's that 50 never lets things slide, and neither is Gene Deal. Stated, "I can't believe a stand-up dude doing his time would suddenly say, I don't want to be here no more. I'll become a rat. Let me know the drama is threatening more than just egos. It's putting 50's business at risk. Word is this might be the final season of BMF, a show tied to $150 million. Stars Deal walking away from that. So could 50 be that vindictive that he'll walk away from $150 million just to ruin Meech? Put it in the comments, stay tuned, and let's watch. But 50 Cent, he plays the long game. If he built it once, he'll do it again. Because once you cross him, there's no turning back. And this is where the whole situation starts looking real shady. 50 Cent didn't just pull the snitch allegation out of nowhere. Rumors about Big Meech cutting a deal with the feds have been floating around for a while now. There were already whispers that Meech might have flipped, right? Now, at the center of it all is 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, a woman Meech considered a close friend, but who was also known as a federal informant. Tammy allegedly played a key role in helping Meech negotiate the deal that shaved years off of his sentence. But let's not kid ourselves. Meech wasn't allegedly walking out of prison early without giving the Fed something major in return. And that something allegedly was his longtime friend and business partner, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦. Now, Gatlin, known as Cuffy, was allegedly set up by one of his best friends, which is Demarcus Lenore Flannery, also known as Big Meech. Cuffy and Meech have been tight for years, running a business together long before Meech got locked up. But according to Cuffy's daughter, Tamara Gatlin, their whole family was blindsided when they found out that Meech was the one who allegedly set up Cuffy, right? This whole situation is turning into one of the messiest hip-hop betrayals we've seen in a minute. BMF legacy is crumbling right before our eyes. But what do you all think? Did Big Meech bring this on himself by flipping on his own people? Or is 50 just exposing the truth that everyone's been too scared to say out loud? Somebody put in the comments, let me know what's going on. Subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel, Unique Mecca Audio, Prison Stories mine, and Juanita Mecca Audio hers, and let's keep it popping.
Cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime.
50 gonna say he ain't had nothing to do with it. But 50 making moves to actually sway people to make sure things don't happen. That's what I'm gonna go with. 50 probably was like, well, I'm gonna cancel this. So Meech, imagine if BMF was keep going, you know, they writing the story now that Big Meech is out of jail. They write the story part. Big Meech is now going to be in the series. He getting out of jail, whatever. All shucks, things getting juicy. I would have preferred 50 went that route, but I think 50 was pissed off over the fact that they even took a picture together. Nigga, I'm trying to do this for, you know, and Meech just getting out of jail, man. He don't know what's going on. You know, like, damn. But hey, I don't know. It could be some, man. Oh, my goodness. Y'all let me know in the comments below, man. Shout out, man. Check the links below. Check out our Patreon and everything. I think I forgot to say that, y'all. My bad. I'm in trouble, y'all. Uncle Mike in trouble. I forgot to say something about the Patreons and everything in the beginning. So y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out. You can see videos that's not on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram without Patreon. Peace out.